Hey guys, it's about time that I told you about my healing journey. I get some pain. I'm doing some pain in my hip and my leg. I say I'm doing it because I'm not going to do it forever. I'm not going to do it for much longer. It's healing. It's amazing. And I get all my tingles running up and down my leg when I say that, because it is my knowing that this hip is returning to its original perfect state. So just quickly, the story behind it: about 13 years ago now, I was out running. I was always big into sports, cycling, swimming, running. I was out running one day when I felt this sharp pain in my left hip, and I hobbled home and I went to the osteopath straight away the next day, and many visits thereafter, who was working on rehabilitation. And she said, before too long, let's get a scan done, an x-ray, because I wonder what we might discover from that. And the x-ray showed that the cartilage on my left side, the gap between my hip bone and my the top of my leg bone, was the cartilage was thinner. The space was thinner than on the other side. You could clearly see. If this is my right hip, the cartilage was like this, and on the left hip, the cartilage was like that. So it wasn't bone on bone, but it was compressed or worn down, one or the other. And so the specialist said, well, you could get a hip replacement, of course. At the time, I was only 40 something, 42 maybe. And he said the other thing to do is to manage it, to try to not put too much load on it, and do yoga and stretching and all these other things. So I opted for the let's manage it, let's heal it. Actually, as I think my thought went pretty fast there. I come from a family of believers in healing, believers in miracles, and my dad particularly, such strong belief in healing, and I've adopted that from him. So I've always had that base in my life of you can heal anything. And so many people have said to me, but you can't heal that. That's osteoporosis, and it gets worse, it doesn't get better. Why not get a hip replacement? I've had so many people say that to me. And yes, well, we're 13 years further, and although it's much better than it was, I still get some pain. And I have chosen not to get new scans or x-rays done, because I'm not convinced that that's going to help me on my journey. I am decoupling from the medical profession on this one, and going with the universe, with the divine, with the God, with healing, with prayer, with manifesting, with all the tools in our grasp that can help me heal this, rather than do invasive surgery. Because what I so want is to heal this physical part of my body, because I know when I do that, I heal something emotional in me as well. Pain is only ever dis-ease. The lack of ease in your body is trying to tell you something. It's trying to teach you something. So I want to know what it's trying to teach me. Because otherwise, for one, if I get invasive surgery and I haven't learned the lesson, then it's going to keep on happening, isn't it? That osteoporosis is going to get worse. It's not going to be healing. It's going to be getting worse because I haven't learned the lesson. So here's a chance for me to heal something in me that is physical, yes, but also emotional. Mental comes into it somewhere. Of course, it's almost the mental is the connecting point between everything else. But yeah, I want full healing, not just physical healing. So I want to start sharing a bit about my journey, because I have looked into many things, and so many things have been so helpful. I want to start telling a bit about my journey, but I had quite a download this morning, which I felt was powerful, and I want to share. I've been thinking about how I truly love my leg and hip. My leg and hip gives me pain. So you can imagine how it's easy to be frustrated at it, how it's easy to be impatient or demanding. I've had messages recently about take it easy on that hip because, hey, just so you know, I do 2 to 3 hours of exercise every day, swimming, cycling. I love walking, and some days my hip takes just fine, and it's quite a pleasure. And other times it feels a bit achy, and I can't put full weight on it, and it's easy to feel like it's not doing its job right, that it needs to work harder, that it's letting me down. And I thought, how can I turn that around? How can I really start sending as much love to that hip as possible? And I got a download. The left side is your feminine side, and the download was, why don't you name your hip and your leg something feminine and try to think of the most pure word or identity or whatever it is that sums up feminine and feminism for you, the feminine energy, and develop a relationship with it. And I straight away knew that I was to name my hip and leg on my left side Asia. Now, Asia is the name of my first daughter, who died at the age of 32 days with heart disease. So I never really got to know her, and I think that this is part of the process, is me getting to know her. When we give identity or it's like validating that leg and hip. It's giving it an identity that I really want to love and nurture and support and see it grow strong. As soon as I've started looking at this hip as Asia, wow, it's so powerful. It's been bringing tears to my eyes all morning, because how much I would have loved to have nurtured that girl back to health, that tiny little girl who was born, what was she, about 3 kilos something, tiny, born early and so frail. And as I say, we didn't really get much time to cuddle her because she was in the unit where they put them inside a incubator kind of system. That's what they believe is the best environment for her now. In retrospect, from everything I know I would have been holding her to my chest so much more, and her mum would have been holding her to her chest so much more. We gave everything that we had to give at the time, and it's all part of the human journey, of course. And to give my struggling side the name of Asia, that little girl that I would so love to nurture and love and support. My other daughter, Luca, died at the age of 19. She was strong and capable and incredibly loyal. Wow. It came to me very quickly that I was to name my right leg, my strong, powerful, capable leg, Luca. Because Luca loved her family more than anything else in the world. And if she had had the opportunity to be there for Asia, the frail one, and help her and encourage her and support her and nurture her back to full strength, there's nothing more in the world that she would have loved. So I've got a picture in my head now of my 2 beautiful girls carrying me. Luca, the strong, capable one. So much energy, so much insight, and so much love for her family. And Asia on my left side. This beautiful, soft, feminine energy. But she's powerful. She's so powerful too. She's been telling me all morning how, I'm raring to go. I'm just as strong as Luca. She wants, this is the thing, Asia has so much desire to live and be strong and run and swim and jump and do all those things that we enjoy here in this world. And the two of them together, wow, I was swimming this morning and Asia and Luca were kicking flat out and we were going just like crazy, the two of them working together, because there's so much strength already in this left leg, so much strength. And there's still work to do, there's still healing to be done, there's still nurturing to be done, but oh my gosh, this is so powerful. So I just wanted to share that to you as one little aspect of my healing journey. Symbols are so important, and they are only powerful in that we give them power. But symbols, when I give my left leg and hip the identity of Asia, I connect with her in this deep, deep way. I want so much to see her healed. I want so much to see her and Luca running together with full energy, with full joy in this world. And that's what's going to happen. That's what is happening. Oh my gosh. Thank you for listening.